So for many of you who've been coming to these gatherings for over the past 26 years, it's usually our longtime executive director, Dan Hasselbrenner, who presents this honor. And so I am honored to be able to do it this year to my friend Zach, who I love also. I said to Dan before he left, I said, he's not gone forever, I just asked him for some advice. He hasn't left. That's how rumors get started. I said, any tips for this presentation? And he said, well, people like it when it's heartfelt. And, oh yeah, you're going after Mark, so maybe make it short.
Good advice.
So on a heartfelt note, I love Zach and I love Walter, and I started working at Vanderhelp Galliano, back when it was Vanderhelp Galliano, about, I think, a year after Zach had started, and at that point I realized something very quickly. Zach knew things, and he knew things that I didn't know, but I should know in order to be able to keep my job. He knew immigration law, and he understood what Mark was talking about happening. I would literally dictaphone, listen to their audio tapes, their conversations, and then bring them to Zach's office and say, see what you guys are talking about here? What are you talking about there? Real nice fun? What? And so I just want to echo what Lisa said and what everybody else said about Zach's innate ability to make the most complicated concepts in immigration law seem simple and straightforward. And I feel fortunate to have benefited from that mentorship, and I know that a lot of people in this room share that experience. And he takes that ability to make things seem simple, and over the years has filed a number of amicus briefs on behalf of the project. But I think that the people who benefit the most from that ability are his clients, because I've been in the room with him, and where he sort of explains these very complicated concepts and these complicated choices, and he realizes that at the end of the day, it's the client's choice. They have to make a decision about their case. And so he tells them what the consequences are and what the choices are, but isn't somebody who plays God and makes that decision for the person. And what I think is really wonderful about that is it exemplifies the sort of people's lawyering that the project stands for. And so it makes him a wonderful recipient of this honor, because he embodies everything in the approach to removability defense that the project tries to stand for. He takes on the most vulnerable populations for clients. He is well known in the criminal defense bar as the person that is going to help the person with the most, unpopular conviction, often the ones that you read about in the newspaper if you're in the Bay Area. And he has this instinct to deny deportability just for the hell of it. He has to do that. He checks every single document for an original certification. He lets the judge wait, he does that. He makes the objections that need to be made to preserve the record. He creates novel, cutting-edge legal arguments. He thought of Vartalos before the Supreme Court, as Mark mentioned, and he never, ever gives up on a client. And so I really feel like he is the embodiment of our approach to removability defense, and so I couldn't think of a better person to get this honor today. So he's, just on a last note, he's, as a lot of the program books noted, he's inspiring, and he's kind, and he's relentless. And he's the kind of lawyer that lawyers would want to represent them if they ever found themselves in a precarious situation. I know that if I were in jail, he would be my one free call.